That's a real nice 3/4 swing, Jeff. I like it. If you want it on a Monday, let's say you're a sports book, it's $100 a pick. Come Sunday, it's going to go down $10 every day. Here we are, buddy. Driving range. Let's see you hit them. Should I use my shoes or my? I bought these.
I like these.
I bought these last summer.
Yeah.
They're more comfortable than your shoes. I swear to God.
I believe it.
For $100. For
it's a nice pair. Yeah.
Oh my God, these are beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'll wear my regular shoes though.
A nice little carry bag.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
All right, George. Got us a bucket.
Oh, yeah.
Here it is, buddy. Maybe I could have gotten a bigger one, but I decided to save Pizzola a couple bucks.
You got the $3 discount?
Yeah. These are your sticks, eh, George? Nice Apex irons.
Callaway Apex.
I don't have a glove, but I got to tell you, your grips feel pretty fresh.
Yeah. You know what? You don't have a glove? You'll take a dozen nice shots.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to swing a few. Yeah. I told you, I got my member guest next week. You got
to work on it. Little Sam Snead. You know the old forward press when you kind of lock in your swing?
Yeah, let's see it, George.
And then back and forward real smooth. Let's see what we can do here. Here we go. With the wind, I love it.
You are a lot of talk on the internet, George, about you deciding that this year you're going to sell picks.
That is correct. We're going to do it the right way.
As we get closer to the season, that's a real thing?
100% real. You're gonna once I come back from Bet Bash, there's gonna be more details end of August. That's a real nice 3/4 swing, Jeff. I like it.
Honestly, I was really nervous. I don't usually swing in front of a camera before, but on Circles Back, I gave you a lot of credit for being a NFL sides maven.
I think I'm very good at sides. You know, I had a real bad year in 2019. People keep bringing it up, but it happens. And the bottom line is, I'm selling picks, and if you don't want to buy them, people want to keep watching my results. I'm going to be releasing every pick after the first quarter. Everyone's going to get them for free after the first quarter, and everyone can document everything I do.
But you legitimately feel like you are one of the best NFL handicappers?
I really do. And I admit, I know nothing about college football. I'm NFL. More importantly, let's see if I can rip the 6-iron right now. Not bad.
Do you think you're letting the books off the hook?
You know what? I'm not going to go there because...
Oh, yeah.
As you know, in the history of pick selling, we won't mention any names, but there's been 2 or 3 companies that sold picks that have been so good at it, sports books will actually pay for the service for their picks. And that's just called being smart. It's happened more than once. And I hope it happens with me again.
Like, who is the most highly respected NFL bettor?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. There's very few of them. I've never really lived in Vegas. I'm not even qualified to answer that question. How about that? Hopefully, you know, that's a respectful answer on my part. I don't know who the guys are, and you know what? Most of the guys that are good at it, they don't want anyone to know who they are.
Your sports gambling Twitter whack pack. Like, who are your favorite whack packers?
Wow. Well, first of all, I don't want you to think I'm a kiss ass, but Jeff, you would make my whack pack.
Listen, and I'm like, you know, here's the thing. Some people have too much pride to admit or acknowledge that they are a whack packer.
Okay, because that means you're a big number 2 guy, correct?
No, it just means like you might take yourself too seriously. You're not nearly as like self-deprecating. Some people find it really insulting. And there's levels of whack pack. You know, like speaking to the Stern, there is like the insane like Beetlejuice level whack pack.
Right.
Or there's more like the close to home stuttering John, like people who are even part of your staff that are whack pack. So I'm not offended. Maybe you're just greasing me up, buttering my bread, putting there in my tires, but I'll take it, George.
Yeah. No, you are part of my whack pack. Real Fats is part of my whack pack. He's intelligent. Boy, and he's stubborn. When he's got a point to make, he's not going to let it go. He's part of my whack pack.
Oh, baby. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Elf is part of my wet pack. I respect what he's done. We can criticize what he did 3 months ago with all those little con men on the show, but you know what? Life is not perfect. We all do crazy things in life. I like Elf. The Beak, I think he's kind of weird, unusual, but I enjoy him. He's part of my whack pack. Omar, you know what? He's got his stick. He's got his morning monologue. Say what you want. I like his first hour of anger in the morning.
I should let the people know that when I first met you earlier today, your phone was playing Omar Spaces in your pocket.
Right.
So you're just, you walk around town listening to Spaces. Listen, I'm guilty of that too. Little 10, 12, 15-minute jaunts, little Spaces snippets, replace talk radio in a way. But when I first greeted you today, Omar's Spaces was blasting from your phone.
You are correct. You are honest. This is the world we're in now. For just 10 minutes, I'm in my car. Do I listen to random radio or do I listen to a Spaces? Omar has this rant, which half the time I don't agree with, but you know what? It's a weird entertainment. Just like I watch The View sometimes, I listen to Omar and I give the man his due, and I guess he's been doing this for years. So those are my little, the Beak, Omar, these are my little Spaces. Man of the Library drives me absolutely nuts. He's not part of my whack pack. He drives me crazy. And those are my whack packers. Those are my guys.
Your commitment to selling 100 for a pick. Like we're in mid-July. You flirted with it all through the winter. Like we're pretty much in go time, and you're committed to that price point.
On a Monday, if you want it on a Monday, let's say you're a sports book, it's 100 a pick. Come Sunday, it's going to go down $10 every day. So on Monday it's 100, then we'll go 90, 87. Come Sunday morning, it's $40 a pick. That's exactly my price point.
You've obviously thought about it for years of finally selling picks. So why now are you taking the plunge? It's a very pricey package for all. I mean, you're aware of what other people are charging, and they get mocked for charging that, and you have come in and overshot all of that.
Correct. And in life, anything, people will always pay for quality. And yes, 95% of the pick sellers, you're going to be a loser if you buy. Who cares how cheap they are if you're going to be a loser? You're going to buy losing picks. Yeah. But correct, I am on the high end of the market. I'm shooting for the high-end gambler who is not afraid to bet absolute minimum $1,000 a game, $5,000 a game. I don't mind if a sports book pays for my service if they respect what I've done. I've talked to people about this last year that if a sports book can find a winning handicapper, they would benefit by paying for this person's picks. So I'm charging at what I think is a fair price. On Sundays, it's $40 a pick if you wait till Sunday. On the Monday, the day after the weekend, it's $100 a pick. Every day it goes down $10 a day.
But for someone to subscribe to your package, there is a level of effort that will go into it. They have to go to a Walmart or a Western Union to send the money. It is in this world of convenience and a couple clicks. The people who subscribe will be the most fervent George super fans or truthers.
Great point, great question. I made a tweet a couple months ago that I wasn't going to use an app. I was going to use Western Union, and I was being serious, and of course people went nuts. But I got news for you, and I've researched all the quote unquote apps. Sure, there's a couple good ones, but these things get hacked. There's bugs. There's issues with apps. And if someone's going to pay me a month at a time, I don't think it's a big deal for them to go to their bank, get a cashier's check, and then just mail it out, and I get it 3 days later. If a guy's betting real money and he respects me, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Okay, but isn't there a gap here? A lot of these purchases what do you call it? Like they're instinctive. They might not be planning on making the purchase, and maybe they see you got hot. There's a Thursday nighter in a day. Like they can't get the instant gratification or the instant desire to do it. They have to. There's like a huge step that must be undertaken, and in some ways could cost you late business before a Thursday night or before a big weekend of football.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. You know, very few things in life are perfect, except for maybe this pretty girl walking by. Hello, how you doing, Dal? You look great. You're a golfer? Where do you play at?
All over. I'm just a teacher. I'm on for the summer.
I would love for you to teach me something about the game.
No, I can't teach you anything. I am not a pro like that.
Oh my. All right. If you ever want to make a quick $100, let me know.
Oh my God.
All right. All right. Did you see that?
You have clearly made a name for yourself last year by, lack of a better term, being quite relentless on Chernoff. I would argue that in some ways, you know, you're doing God's work. Sure, Chernoff for others, and this year you'll hold others to account. But maybe a little unfair with Adam when, say, he goes on to one of these Vision shows and there is like a clear game of the week between two of the better teams. He's asked his opinion. He clearly identifies that it's not one of his bets, but he gives a lean. I don't feel like those should be attacked because I personally give people in the Adam Chernoff sphere, sometimes some of these people will go onto those shows and it's like a huge Bills-Chiefs game. And that's like what a casual wants. And they'll be like, no, I got nothing on that. Nothing. Like they can't even give an opinion on this game of the week, even while acknowledging that they don't have an official play on it. That's why I have a bit of respect for Adam, because as a casual, Adam Chernoff's lean is more valuable than any of my fucking buddies' thoughts. So I want to know what a guy like Chernoff's lean is on a game, while thinking maybe he shouldn't be held, you know, to the full extent on that pick.
Great question. Here's how I disagree. Adam Chernoff is invited. We all know what I did last year. He's invited on VSiN on Follow the Money with Mitch and Paulie. Okay? Whether the questions are set up, I have no idea. All I know is he makes a pick on a half a dozen games whenever he's on the show. Like you said, he's on the show. The public respects what he says. And I admit he sounds intelligent. He gives this 2-minute spiel. All I did was document his picks. If when he goes on the show, he owes VSiN, he owes Mitch and Paulie his best, that his pick means something. So all I did during the year was document what he said. He had an awful year. He only had 3 winning weeks. I'm proud of what I documented. We'll decide. It's going to be a big decision for those guys this coming year, whether or not he's on the show. Because even though he's stunk,
Well, he's not even with them anymore.
no, he's not with Right Angle Sports.
Oh,
You
it's
are
a
correct.
big decision for Vision.
There you go. Bingo. 2 different things. Right Angle, right. He already said he's gone from Right Angle Sports.
Would you not think 98% of Vision's listeners have no idea about your tracking?
I totally disagree with you on that. Half the people that are, let's say, work in sports books in Vegas have heard of GRP wins. Have heard of
Okay,
them.
yeah.
The 98%, you're dead wrong. Maybe half, maybe 70% don't know me, but a third do, for sure.
No, I'm talking about more like the Vision, like the average Vision consumer might not be aware of you.
2/3, you're probably right. I'd say a solid 25, 30% know me. And I'm very proud of what I did. And Mitch and Paulie have a big decision to make this coming year. Because even if he comes on, even though his pick stunk, with me attacking, they know there's still ratings there. So they have a big decision to make.
What about a character assessment of Rob Pizzola?
All I know of Rob is what I see. I met him last year at Bet Bash. We had a nice 10-minute conversation, and I watch Rob every week on the show. And I'll
You
take
think
everyone.
you could out handicap Rob?
Everyone tells me privately that Rob really knows his stuff. I hear he's a great hockey bettor. I'm willing to bet you, though, in the NFL that I'm better than Rob. How about that? We'll see.
What about Spanky? You think you're?
I'm going to give Spanky first of all, Spanky admits he's great at college basketball, college football. I know nothing about that. And how about this? Maybe in the NFL, me and Spanky are even. Because Spanky even says NFL's not his thing. And I respect him for admitting that. Spanky's, you know what? And Spanky's in a completely different league than me. He's got a half dozen guys working for him.
At Bet Bash itself, attendees of Bet Bash, you believe you are in the top 1% of NFL cappers in that room?
In Bet Bash, maybe, because here's the reality. There's 10 great handicappers at Bet. I don't know who they are. Like, half of them don't want anyone to know who they are, and I understand.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's a dozen great NFL handicappers that might be better than me. I wouldn't doubt that one bit. Who am I to say who am I better than? I have to respect the dozen great guys that are there. There's 1,000 people there. There's a dozen great bettors. No doubt about it.
Just a dozen?
It's in my definition of the term sharp, is a guy who breaks out even, which is not easy to do. There maybe a third of the guys there are sharps. They break out even. But let's be honest, it's really, to actually be a long-term winner is very difficult, and especially specifically in the NFL.
Before we get out of here, George, lovely session at the driving range. What is your realistic expectation for week 1 buys of your service?
Week 1 is going to be a little tricky. Let's just say less than a handful, because I might not have any picks week 1, but some people are going to sign up for the year. Week 1.
So what is the year cost? Because you're not even promising a pick a week. So how do you even determine what?
Let's say an average week has 2 picks, 18 weeks, 36 picks. That's a pretty good average. I'm going to probably do, if they want to wait till Sunday, I'm going to do $900, Saturday $1,000. It's going to go from $900 to $1,400. Right up front for the year, you crack me the check, you get every pick for the year. How about that?
$1,400
on Monday, $900 on Sunday. $900 on Sunday. Leave it at that.
But someone pays you $1,400 at the beginning of the year, they'll get your earliest edition of everything you do.
Any pick I make on Monday, they get it right, exactly. Correct.
And if you gave 36 picks, bought it one-offs, that would cost you over $3,000.
Correct. Yeah, right.
So there's value. George is trying to. I think you could get some action on that. And I'll be honest, I think you're self-aware to know this. I think there'll be people that buy the picks who don't even believe that you are a sharp NFL capper. They just they can afford it, and they want to be on the inside of the bit. And it's almost like they are paying you in the same way people will pay for a Substack, like just to support you. I'm sure they'll bet the pick, but it's more of like, no, in the same way, our parents, we used to make subscriptions, used to pay for magazines, we used to pay for things. People that are our age I feel, in a past life, we paid for specialized things that we wanted. I believe you'll get a handful of clientele who just want to support you, even if it's for shits and giggles.
It's a great point. I think you're right. A handful of people will want to support me, want to give me some money, and they want to be part of, they want to be part of the show, part of the group. You're right, and you're right. I agree with you on that.
And how are you going to handle people who just expose the pick?
Well, again, that's going to be it. I'm going to send the DM. Let's say you're the customer. I'm going to send you a DM with the pick, and it's going to say Bears, for example. But I'm going to misspell a word on your DM. The word Bears, it may be Beers. So if you retweet it, I'm going to know that this is Jeff.
So you'll be searching, okay.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I guess.
So if you just screenshot it and retweet it, I'm going to know who it came from.
And you might have so few clients, it wouldn't be hard to trace the source.
Exactly
With
right.
15 clients, you can work backwards.
If 15 clients, I can do it.
Yeah.
Right. And the other reason why I'm doing this, because I had a good year last year. I am doing this for long-term respect.
What were you, 11-4? What was it?
Of picks I bet, I was 10-4.
See, right, remember
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Let's say I do good. Forget, and I only get 10 customers. you have to understand, there's the public who bets 500 a game, and there's people that bet 25,000 a game, okay? A Spanky. Let's say I do good again. There's 20 people in this country who like Spanky, a very serious big money bettor. Let's say Rob is. They respect what I do. The following year, they'll pay me whatever I want because they're betting 50,000 on my games, and they respect how I do business. That's what I want to get in the future too.